Times have you been shocked to learn that a celebrity or a trailblazer is a native of West Virginia? Likely, the answer is very few, but the times it has occurred I'm sure were exciting. At least they always are for me, a born and raised West Virginian. I think the best times are when the person has earned recognition in the field of science, as I'm currently in the STEM field. This is why I'm sharing a brief biography of Angie Turner King, an African American chemist, mathematician, and educator from West Virginia. Let's start with some background. Angie Turner King was born in 1905 in the coal mining community of Elkhorn, West Virginia, which is located in McDowell County. Unfortunately, King's childhood was hardship ridden, from her mother passing when King was only 8 years old to her condemning grandmother, whom she lived with for a period of time until living with her father, who also passed when she was still young. Her father, while being illiterate himself, pushed King to do well in school in order to make a life for herself, which is exactly what she did. King graduated from high school when she was only 14 years old. Those around her encouraged her to continue into college due to her impressive performance in high school. She attended what is current-day Bluefield State College and later transferred to current-day West Virginia State University. In 1927, King graduated cum laude from West Virginia State, becoming one of the first African American women to gain a degree in chemistry and mathematics. This was just the beginning of her accomplishments, though. King began her career as a teacher at West Virginia State High School while simultaneously attending graduate school at Cornell University in the summers, working on her thesis titled "The Interaction Between Solutions of Tannic Acid and Hydrospheric Oxide." Here, she would eventually earn her master's degree in physical chemistry. King would later become an associate professor at West Virginia State College, or present-day West Virginia State University, where she promptly made improvements to her laboratory with the sole purpose of improving the quality of her students' research. Two broke out, she began teaching chemistry to the soldiers in the Army Specialized Training Program, or ASTP, unit at her college. The ASTP was a military training program instituted by the United States Army in order to educate academically talented enlisted men in the wartime. Once her time educating soldiers was over, King went back to school to further her graduate education. She attended the University of Pittsburgh, where she would write her dissertation entitled "An Analysis of Early Algebra Textbooks Used in American Secondary Schools Before 1900" and earn her PhD in general education. While years had passed since earning her first degree, this was still unheard of. During King's career at West Virginia State High School and West Virginia State College, she instructed many students who would become accomplished figures in the field of science. One figure being another West Virginia native, Katherine Johnson. Johnson was one of the first African American women to work at NASA as a scientist. She is well known for being the subject in the novel and film Hidden Figures, which tells her story. King also mentored Jasper Brown Jeffries, a non-native of West Virginia, in his undergrad studies. Jeffries became one of the only African Americans to work on the Manhattan Project. He was one of the many scientists working on the project to sign the Szilard Petition, a document petitioning to avoid dropping the atomic bomb on Japan. It's pretty exciting, right? Angie Turner King is just one of many scientific trailblazers with roots in West Virginia. There are plenty of others who went on to make groundbreaking discoveries and inventions, shaping our world as we know it. I encourage you all to investigate further, even past sciences and mathematics. Who knows, you might just find that your favorite celebrity is a native of the wild and wonderful state.